Fresh starts, but apprehension. What's going down with the divine feminine and why? Yes, each week we do cover the live. So come join by subscribing. You will be part of the joint connection. We also have super chats at this point in time. They may be transitioning over to the members. I will put a community post up. So by subscribing, you will get the notification as to where the super chat's going to be hosted. We are making room for new content coming. And week by week, we do cover the masculine, feminine, and karmic third party. Now, if you do want the next edition, you can also join the members and you will get a week ahead of the crowd. Very separately, let's take a look at the energy and why I see this as an apprehensive time for divine feminines. Now, it's really funny. I always take, the tones of the cards, the way they upload and all the rest of it as part of the direct reading. And I've noticed with this energy, it's very dark. And spiritually, I can feel that divine feminine at this point in time is knowing that there is a new beginning, but they may feel spiritually in the dark about how it's all going to come about. Now, we are going to briefly look at why some of these things can be coming through. We do have the moon that we were having this month being in the house of Aquarius. And really, these were signaling lots of downloads. Now, as we do move towards the 24th, we're going to be having a full moon in Virgo. Now, the shadow sign of this is Pisces. So we can get up in our heads. We may feel like we really do need to look at the devil in the detail. It could be a time that we do need to look after our wellness also. And there can be a wrapping up of something. So, this can be a really good time. And it could also feel as though, okay, we're needing to tie things up. We're needing to let things go. We can also be very critical. So from an energy field in your ascension process, this could signify a time where you are critically looking at things. You also may desire evidence-based situations, especially from a romantic point of view. By the time we reach February the 23rd, Mercury will be entering into Pisces. Venus also from the 16th had shifted into the house of Aquarius. So a lot of these Venusian energies are going to be quite Pluto in nature, and we can feel at times in one element that we are needy. Let's put it that way. We can have this neediness. It can be how our nervous energy is being directly impacted. We could feel that we are also wanting the detail, but definitely from a Pluto point of view, we can feel almost misunderstood. I don't think this is a negative situation. I do think it's a positive situation, but it's how some of these circumstances can play out. Now, you are going to get the key to, your key to your heart, and your apprehension can be because of these placements, as I mentioned. So you can be coming through the gate. Look at how this is all showing up dark, but as we move forward, it is brightening up as we continue, which does to me signify that as we do move into this week, there can be this darkness, this cloudiness, this look, I need to look at detail. You could need to do some meditation. You may have a lot on your plate coming through. But I feel as we transition through, we're going to be really reviewing our hopes and dreams, our wishes, our styles, and, what's really relevant to us. And there could be a deep, deep questioning of our faith. And that doesn't mean to say that we're bad. It doesn't mean to say we're not on the right track. It could feel like a bit of an existential crisis moment for us, but about having faith in ourselves and about knowing that universe is always wanting what is best for us. We can be uncovering some personal truths inside our life and taking our mask off. And, it could be that we're saying, no, this is the way things have always been, therefore they're going to be that way forever. I do spiritually believe, especially from this reading, I am seeing a change happening with divine feminine, and they may need to listen to how they're feeling in this instant. And I do think if they can do such and be brutally honest with themselves, not just about the negative things. Has my path shown up the way I felt it should? Has my individual, my twin flames, shown up the way they should? I think this is a very personal transition. Yes, it can directly impact other circumstances. We could have been very, very busy. We also may be clearing up karma from the previous transit of Pluto in Capricorn. It's going to take a bit. It doesn't mean to say it's gone away, but the pressure points and the cleaning up of that can be really culminating this month. But I do think you're having to, take a brutal, honest look at a circumstance and maybe do some journaling. As we are proceeding forward, there can be this new, it's almost like the phoenix rising, shedding of your skin, looking at your life from a new perspective, maybe feeling that, the roles that you were taking in your life are now shifting. And again, I do feel nervousness and apprehension. You might be saying to yourself, look, who am I? And I feel it's really important to know that we are changing constantly. It's okay to change your mind about circumstances. So if you're a bit reluctant to make a decision and you do have a key that's being offered to you, be it it's a key to your heart, be it's a key to a situation, I feel as though if you need to change your mind, it's okay to change your mind. I think sometimes we look at things like it's do or die, and what if we go down a particular road and it doesn't work? And I think it's about just trying to be as present as possible, knowing that maybe that map, that direction can shift at a drop of a hat, but also being okay with that, being okay to go with the emotions of the tides and allowing things to naturally play out. I do spiritually believe a dream of the past is coming back, and I feel that some of you are really feeling quite disillusioned by such. I think you're just being really, really brutally honest, and this is about proceeding forward. This is about the changing of the way you are maybe addressing things. But we do have a shift forward. It's funny though, the Chariot's actually looking to the past, so it can signify an old dream is resurrecting. It can mean that there can be some communication. Some of you also may want to tidy your home, change your environment, look at things differently, focusing on your dreams. I do think the middle of the month is a time of reflection. I definitely do feel we can be picking up on some of the eclipse energy that's coming. So, trying to get grounded with that, trying to be very rational with your decisions. I also feel that what I'm seeing from the outcome cards here is that, getting your harmonization of your masculine and feminine correct. There's a time that we utilize our inner masculine energy. There can be an imbalance at the moment. I definitely saw through the astrology. The term that I heard was men were from Mars, women were from Venus. Men are from Mars, women were from Venus. The other thing, it was like War of the Roses. And it was also a changing of the towers. It was like changes in the way we are dealing with our roles in society. So I definitely see there's some transformations, very large transformations happening for divine feminine, but there can be an over active masculine within us where we do need to learn to try and find harmony and find the balance. Within your path, you do directly feel as though it is time that this person took the bull by the horns. And you don't want to lead this energy. And I think it's crucial that you don't. I think within your own life, yes, it is. We can lead by example. But I do feel with the circumstance, sometimes the key to it is stepping back and allowing that person to actually have their own personal tower, that you are the key to this circumstance. But the way you show up also is. You also could be feeling quite negatively about this person because of their responses, their actions. That they're not really on the same page as you. Okay, you could spiritually feel a little bit out of your depth with this circumstance. You could be marking yourself against other people. You could be feeling as though this person gives more to others than you, and that, sometimes we can take it as a competition. It's not that we do directly believe it is, but it could feel unjust or imbalanced in some shape or form. I definitely feel this is a spiritual upgrade for Divine Feminine. I feel as though she's saying, no, I am worthy of having love. I am worthy of having respect, integrity, and honesty. And I think there's a shedding of the veil here. I think there's a shedding of, being in a particular role, being in a particular vibration. And I think by doing the shadow work you're doing right now, I do think it's going to aid you. I also feel with your honesty with circumstances, you will be honest to the individuals to the best of your ability. I also feel you're detaching to a point where this person is needing to address their own demons, and that you're no longer willing to do that. You're no longer willing to carry their demons. You're feeling as though this is something that they need to address, that you have been tolerant, understanding, and you just can't. So you're really stepping back at this point. You feel you have very little to give. You feel you have given too much, and you feel as though you need to start giving back to yourself. There could be something that you're also wanting to deal with this month that you feel a little bit out of your depth. And if you are feeling as though you don't have what it takes, I would give it a little bit, because I do think you're going to be learning on your feet. And I do think that these solutions are going to come to you. So try to not have the negative talk, because you are the key to this. You just may need to step back from the painting to observe it. I do also feel there's going to be an unlocking of a circumstance for you, and some doors are opening. So stay tuned for that. We will check into it next week. Stay tuned for the joint connection, which we will be hosting very soon. By clicking the bell, you will get the notification. And if you do want the next edition, please come through and join the membership. There's lots of perks on offer. There's one level, and we do have the super chats within the members section. Take care, and I'll see you for the next edition out soon.